What's going on, guys? Just hanging out, taking a break from painting baits and working on reels. Just doing a cool video on what I've been using this spring. I've been pretty, I wouldn't say handicapped with just a couple rides. Got a bunch of rides coming from Dobyns this week, hopefully. So I've only had a couple rides in the arsenal for the last 2 months. So I've tried to make the best out of the couple rides I've had, throwing the baits that I know have been working. And really, this time of year, you only need maybe 3 or 4 rods anyway. So, but this is what we've been using. You've probably seen some of the photos and stuff on Facebook, Instagram. You know, a couple weeks ago, we had 28, 29 pounds. Throwing 2 baits. Been catching some pretty good fish the last couple weeks. I mean, this spring weather is insane. It's 66 degrees today. It's going to be 70s on Thursday. Fish are definitely chomping. Water's 50s, mid 50s. It was probably in the low 60s last week before we got this really nasty cold front over the weekend. Fish tournament 2 weekends ago. It was cold. It was 37 degrees and raining. Pretty miserable. It was blowing. We had like 11, 40, 12 pounds, something like that. Everything came on the jerkbait, but it's just, you know, the fluctuations of this warm weather, the cold weather, warm weather is pulling these fish up, pushing them back, pulling them up. They don't know what the heck's going on. This is super early for this time of year. But a couple baits that we've been using, you know, over the last weekend or so. Fish last weekend, we probably had 60 fish, just on a various amount of baits. Just because they're eating everything that you throw at them right now. Caught some fish on this. This is the cellar baits, or cellar bait and tackle, whatever it's called. A-rig. You saw my other video on the A-rig. I really hate throwing it, but you know, it catches fish suspending. We were throwing this out on the middle of the lake on humps and drop-offs, trying to get those suspended fish over grass. Caught a couple fish on it, nothing big. Main staple's really been my Squarebill. Been throwing a ton of Squarebills lately. It's a little weird, it's a little early for them, but you know, water's in the 50s. This is one I threw on Sunday. This is my Inferno craw. You can see it's still got some grass on it. This is just a red craw. Got some black green on it. Awesome spring color. Caught a ton of fish on it. Between this and my other swerve that I had a shad color swerve. And at Morning Dawn. Awesome baits. But, I mean, the big fish that I had in that picture that I posted on Sunday came on my swerve. It was probably in, I'd say, 2 feet of water on a laydown. And we were just throwing up on laydowns, banging and bumping. The only bad thing is you had to come parallel to them. If you came across, there's a bunch of green slime growing. So every time you would throw your freaking Squarebill, it would just pick up a gob of green slime that's growing and starting to fluff off because the water's rising so quick, temperature-wise. So we'd have to run it parallel to the laydowns and to the sticks and stuff that were in the water. Wasn't a ton of cover in this lake, but you know, whatever had cover, it had fish on it. Another bait, this has been probably been using for the last 2 months, is my jerkbaits. This is the Duo Blank with 100. You can see, I mean, it's held up really well. It probably had 30 fish on it yesterday, Sunday. You know, caught a ton of fish on it. I am not a fan of these hooks. These are those Mega Bass Kasuji hooks. I mean, they're little light wire. I mean, they're not bad, but I missed a lot of fish. I typically just never lose fish on jerkbaits. With the setup I have, you know, it's light line. It's a nimble enough rod to where I don't pull hooks away from the fish. It seemed like they were slapping at it and were not getting stuck, or you know, they would set up on it and I would drag and set the hook, and then they would pop off. I typically do not use these hooks. I just wanted to try them, see how they did. I will be going back to my VMCs that I've been using for years, and they weigh the bait down a little bit better, so it suspends better. and my VMC is a lot sharper. I think they just hold fish a lot better than what these do, but you know, I mean, they're not terrible hooks. I need to go back to my other hooks, so I'm going to change those out. The other two baits are from Omega Custom Tackle. No, one recently came out, it's the Salvation Shaky Jig. The other one's just a 1/2 ounce flipping jig. I've been using this Salvation for about 2 years. I've had prototypes for a while, but this bait has been whacking the heck out of them. This is it. It's watermelon red, a little black on it. This has been a great color. It just mimics that natural green pumpkin, black craw. This is the base nectar craw. I actually put this on late in the day, so I didn't catch any fish on it. I only made a few casts on it. But it's kind of neat. I did I dyed the tips in orange. You can kind of see there. You know, put a little orange on there. It floats, so you know it stands up. You know, when you're on the ground, it'll stand straight up. The other bait I've been using a ton is the Vile Craw, either in green pumpkin or the green-orange color. That's just my favorite color to use. The other one's the Missile Craw. It's a very compact with tiny little pinchers on it. Great little bait. But between those two, the Vile Craw and that Missile Craw, definitely awesome killer shaky heads. This one's kind of neat though. It's just a different profile. Just wanted to check it out. That is the Omega Salvation. Awesome baits. And then the last one is my go-to. I'm throwing it on 736. This is my frog rod here. I'm waiting for my jig rods to come in, so I'm trying to just, you know, do what I can with that. It's just a little heavier than I like. This is 25 pound. This is the Omega. This is the Texas Craw. It's green, pumpkin, orange, kind of a copper color, with the Vile Craw in a green, orange, Alabama Craw. Awesome color for this time of year. A lot of the craws are getting a little orange, and on this lake that we're fishing, orange seemed to be the right color. When we had that 28 pound bag, my buddy was throwing a nastiest orange looking jig and was whacking them on them. So I changed up to the orange. This is the Vile Craw Omega 1/2 ounce flipping jig. This is my standard with a big heavy hook. You can kind of see it here. Awesome jigs. I'll give you guys a discount code on them. You can order, you know, whatever jigs, buzz baits, shaky heads, skirts, whatever you need, and I'll give you a discount code. But that is it. I'm throwing it on 25 pound, 736 champion. And that's really about it. You know, I've only used a couple baits, and you know, for this time of year, it's about all you need. Water's warming. It's gonna be warm all week. I'm trying to get out this week, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Check us out, guys. Instagram, Facebook, TH World Tuning and Cleaning LLC. Instagram, THKUSTOMS. We are doing a ton of baits, getting stuff ready for spring. We got Big Bass Bash coming in April. Got charity events coming up. Doing some cool stuff for the bash with a couple guys. Just, you know, trying to stay busy and help guys out, man. We will talk to you guys later. Come subscribe, give us some thumbs up. You know, post on what you guys want to see, and I'll try and shoot some video on the water. We've just been slacking big time on that. I tried to go fishing. I really hate shooting on the water. I would have loved to have that 28 pound bag because it was incredible. But we'll try and shoot. Maybe if we can get out. It's been so freaking windy. Every time we go out, it's like 15 to 30 mile an hour winds, 40 gusts. So it's blowing hard today. So I'll talk to you guys later.